This is where we look at USC, their game against Washington State. A few of the concepts that just kind of stuck out to me and just kind of their base run game as far as some counters and different things like that. But we'll take a look at it right here, see what they're looking for offensively, what they've done in the past, and what I think they're doing right here. So right here, the very first play we're looking at is just your typical counter right here. They're in 20 personnel. You got Twins over here. They motion Addison in, and he runs the bubble. They threw this a couple weeks ago for a touchdown. The difference right here, you see, it's just simple math right here. You got two guys out here, and you've got three defenders out there on the outside. So right there, he bumps in, but he still believes that he's wide enough to make this where it wouldn't be advantageous to flip this ball out there to that guy. Because you see right here, Addison puts the brakes on, he goes back out. So right here, they're just going to run counter. And right here, all counter is hey, these guys right here front side, I'm an inside gap to backside linebacker. He's probably back on that A-gap player on the backside. They're going to double their back, pull into kick. Hopefully you can get your play side shoulder on him and kick. He's going to gap hinge, take his B-gap. And if somebody's shooting that B-gap, he's going to try to wash him. If not, he can hinge back to that C-gap. He pulls around for the front side right there. So as it's played, you can see, I think pre-snap he decided, hey, it's 3-on-2. I'm not going to take that. Good with the numbers. And right here you see, as he's pulling around, good job squeezing here by the DN. Wrong shoulders it, so just log that. He turns his shoulders and tries to pin that guy. And now the fullback has to read that. Now he kicks this linebacker that scraped over the top right here. Another thing that's really good here by the O-line is when he blocks back, this guy actually folds over the top. So right there, he's trying to fold over the top. Center does a great job. Just climb with him. Wherever he wants to go, if he's crossing your face, whatever, just keep a body on him, move him as far as you can. He actually takes 2 for 1 right there. He's moving that nose. His safety comes down trying to fit. And basically, he puts both those guys in that gap. Great cut right here by Dye. Good patience. Gets inside that kick. And now he's getting vertical right there. Interesting play. Obviously, it's counter. They have this RPO right here. If they like the numbers, they can take it. And then right here, great patience by Dye. That's an elite run right there. Not going to be one of those that everybody puts on their highlights, but really good job having patience, getting behind his blockers, and then making a cut to get vertical and getting it in the end zone. Not many backs. I don't think there's just a ton of backs that are going to be able to have that patience and be able to get through that right there for a touchdown. Here's a look here. Caleb Williams is checking this play actually to a counter. Right here, they're into a bunch setup. You've got a tight end. You've got a fullback over here. They had been getting this set and running power and everything. Right here, Caleb Williams checks out of it. So what he's seeing over here is there's nobody in this alley over there on that side. So feel better about running counter than power because they had rolled down that way. You can see that safety rolling right there so he can get off the edge there for power. So right there, they check it. Back changes sides right there. Fullback backs up just an inch or two because he knows he's pulling. He's going to have to get behind that guard that's pulling. Then right here when it's snapped, you can see the guard's able to down block on that A-gap player. They're back. He's going to get a hip to it to that backside linebacker. Kick. He actually got upfield this time, so they kick him out. There's that fullback folding in for that only linebacker left since they rolled the safeties away. Boom, there's the kick right there. Now, that's what the counter looks a little bit cleaner. Great job there by the tackle, creating a wall, climbing to that linebacker, to the backside linebacker whenever he tries to get over the top. Keep fighting against leverage. Keep trying to get there. Good job right there by that tackle. And then obviously one-on-one with the safety that's trying to roll back into it. He's diving at your legs. Makes a play right there. But you can see what Caleb Williams was looking at. Really no alley player there to the backside. They were overplaying that power. So he checks to a counter. And they're able to create a pretty good play right there in the fourth quarter trying to run the clock out. This is one of those plays that Lincoln Riley is kind of known for, just little pops off of stuff. And right here, they're looking like counter. Obviously, down here towards the goal line red zone, they run a couple times. They actually didn't hit it, but right here you can see what they're looking for. He's coming across, basically pass pro, they're sliding. And now that fullback, instead of blocking this linebacker, he just slips it, goes vertical. That's where they were supposed to go with this football, getting a little bit of pressure here by Washington State. So right here, Williams is not able to get it to him. But he scrambles around. You can see what they're looking for on that counter. Try to hit that fullback as he was coming across on that pop right here. Just didn't have the protection long enough for Caleb Williams to get the ball out to the open receiver. Later in the game, they try the same play, kind of in the same area, thinking that the same thing might happen if they can get the protection. This time you see the fullback, everybody's a little bit held up. Great job there by the defensive end, being extremely strong here. Brings it right there to the guard, knocks him 2 yards deep into the backfield. Now they're having to go around all that trash. Takes a lot more time than what they're hoping for, and it's all jumbled up. So still releases it, gives this guy a ball, safety's in the way. So right there, kind of a dangerous throw. But you can see again what they're going for. This defensive end right here makes the play, being aggressive, making that contact 2 yards deep, knocking him into the fullback right there. If they would have been running counter, this would have been a great job there as well. But that knocked the timing off. If he would have been free release, I think he's going to be a little bit wider away from that safety. Probably have a chance for that ball for a touchdown. But right here, not enough space. Okay, Williams tries to take a shot, gives this guy opportunity, but just not enough space right there after that DN made the play. Third down in this game against Washington State, USC really liked getting it empty. And right here, it looks like there's some kind of a read, some kind of a match. So it might be kind of a cover one with these guys playing that far off, but they switch it off here on some of the stuff they're doing. So if you're looking at it, Mario Williams ends up getting free here. So right here, they end up coming to the right side. He ends up running a bit of a slot fade. He comes, runs a square in, and then he goes vertical like he's going down the middle of the field. I believe they switch it off, and they don't quite get what they want. So again, you're going square in. He hitches right there trying to hold these guys. He's just going vertical, and then he's going to that slot fade. When they try to switch this off, a lot of eyes are in the backfield. Caleb Williams is buying time right here, knowing that it's a long yard situation. Gets out of the pocket, gives his guy a chance right there on that slot fade. Easy catch right there, nobody to be had. As you can see, there was the vertical. He'd gone square in, then he'd gone vertical right there, took that one safety. All these guys' eyes were in the backfield. Nobody saw him leak out to that deep third. Easy throw and catch right there for a touchdown off of a busted coverage. Right here, you can't really see everything that's going on, but really they're just running a mesh. Somebody's probably running a 6-step out. Somebody might be running a dig. Somebody might be running a post. But either way, it really doesn't matter. What we're looking at is Caleb Williams and what he does right here. Great bull rush here by the DN. Tackle's getting absolutely mollywopped right there. Bad positioning, bad body positioning. Hips are not in a good spot. Just gets bull rushed. Pretty good job here by the D-line as well, condensing that, not giving him anywhere to step up to. But right there, you see him going to the mesh. Great bull rush there by 80. Now, genetics kicks in. Caleb Williams, being a good ball player right there, spins out. And now, get what you can get. So right there, Lincoln Riley is a genius, does a lot of great stuff, but also the main thing is he gets great players, and they're able to make plays for him right here, which obviously he's able to make something right there that should have been a sack. Good play right there by Caleb Williams. It's a pretty interesting look here from SC. They're faking a quick screen out here to this side. Running backs releasing to the flats, and they know it's man coverage. So what they end up doing is I believe they run off here. 16 is going to come in here. He's going to block the guy that's manned up on the running back. Tackle's going to zone, and then he's going to release, trying to block the guy that was probably manned up on the guy that came and cracked him. So we'll take a look at it. As you see, looks like they're going outside zone. He's coming here for the screen. Quarterback's eyes get that way, trying to get the defense to flow there. Tackle steps up. He is obviously manned up on the back, so right there he's seeing that. And if you look out here at the receiver, it looks like he's almost running a slant. Stutters just a little bit. Now he's going in to crack whoever's manned up. And there's the guy. Obviously, mass right here for the receiver doesn't look great. You got 51, who's pretty big. You got 16, who's not so big. So right there, he tries to put a shoulder on him. Not great job having his hips, having his base. So right there, he just gets spun around like a top. But right here, the tackle getting out as well helps some. So what they're really hoping to do is pin there. He was hoping that he releases to get this guy that was manned up on 16. As you can see, he's way out of position, thinking that he's trying to guard a crosser. But instead, they take 2 for 1 right there. 16 doesn't do a great job blocking him, but right there, that tackle was able to help out. Gets the ball out there in space. Again, this is a 3rd and 4. 4.5 minutes left in the game, trying to get first downs, run out the clock. Gets the first down, stays in bounds, and is able to move the chains right there, trying to put the game on ice. But you can see what they're trying to do right there. Interesting screen, interesting concept right there, trying to beat man-to-man. Obviously, if you had maybe a bigger body or a guy that could take on that linebacker, this could definitely be a huge play if he gets around and blocks that safety that was trying to get over the top of it. Really good play here in a lot of different ways. Running the GT, so the guard and tackle counter right here. They're blocking back right there. Back's coming across. In this forefront, they're going to kick that defensive end, hopefully, and then wrap for the play side. Right here, it's kind of an interesting look from the secondary. There's a 3 safety look. He's rolling down in the alley. Great job here by 16, seeing that he's the guy that's going to be the most dangerous there to the run. So he comes in, boom. Great block right here by the receiver. Boom, gets his base, puts a shoulder on him, keeps his head out of it. Really good play there by 16. Obviously, another one of those things that's not going to go down the stat book, but a really big play. Where if you're looking at this DN in this forefront, does a pretty good job. Hey, I'm going to wrong shoulder that, just like he does right there. But what that means is he scrapes tight, and then instead of taking that on with your left shoulder, he wrong shoulders it, puts his right shoulder on the inside gap so he can take care of this inside gap and make this bounce. You want that to bounce so now these safeties can run that alley and track it down. Good job here by the backside tackle. Avoiding the trash, because right here when you wrong shoulder, you really want to try to rip and try to knock that guy off as well, so then you can take 2 for 1 with that defensive end. By what I'm saying right there, if you take both those blockers and destroy them, now you should have an extra defender free. But right there, he's not able to get up on that tackle. Tackle wraps around. Great job reading it, seeing that it's going to be a log, which means he pins him to the inside, and now he's all the way up on that backer. He pins, and now they're rolling on that deep safety. And now Dye doing his thing. He's going to make a guy miss, creating explosive plays. A lot of good stuff going on right here, being extremely physical. Obviously, they talk about these guys and Lincoln Riley, all these points, all that stuff, but it comes back down to being physical, executing right there with the fundamentals, Great job there by the receiver. Gets him in space. And now the guys that you recruit that have all those stars and accolades behind them, now they do their thing once they get out in space. Here's another look at the GT right here. And the interesting part about this is that the O-line is going to be able to block these three, kick, lead to that linebacker. Quarterback's able to read this guy right here to see if he falls into the box. They're running a bubble right there. So with that safety playing that far off, 10 plus yards deep, he's flying into the box to try to stop the run. He pulls it, just like a shortstop turned over play, flip that ball out there to your guy. Good catch. Pretty good job here by this safety getting there from 10 yards deep. More elusive players right here went on with the safety. Makes him miss, and now it's off to the races, creating a first down right there. Good read by Caleb Williams, getting the ball out there to his guy. Flip it out there as fast as you can. Pretty good job by the safety, covering space, coming to balance. Obviously a little bit out of control if he's not able to make that play or even really put a hand on him. Great play right there. Just get the ball out in space, creating first downs. Here's a little bit different run scheme here from Lincoln Riley. Something that I hadn't ran just a ton of here in the past. A little bit of pin and pull. So right here, if you're looking at pin and pull, these guys are going to be the pin guys. They actually pull the center out here for the front side. On this play, they actually fire a corner, so they end up kicking the corner. Backside tackle wraps all the way around for that Mike. So that Mike filling in, that tackle will take, they fit it right there on whoever the C-gap defender is, and just happen to be corner on this play. But right here, downhill, quarterback's going to read that backside four-tech, base. That guard has to try to get on that A-gap player. Read there. Now you've got two pullers similar to the GT because you obviously have two pullers. One guy trying to kick, one guy leading. One of the differences is obviously the center's pulling instead of the guard, and also you got a base there front side instead of working to the backside linebacker. So just a little bit different there schematically. Different guys pulling, different angles. Still same result, getting a kick, getting a lead, getting your back in space right there to the short side of the field, creating explosive plays there for SC. Pin and pull here again from SC, running away from the fullback right here. Base, you got an A-gap, pretty tight nose right there. So the guard comes down right there. Center pulls around for that backer. Backside tackle pulls around for that backer. So again, going to base right there. If you get a guy pass rush, you can pass set him. This fullback's going to be right there. Instead of having the read, he's going to block that guy. Guard's going to block right there. So we'll look at it. Good down block. Good job right there. Fullback's trying to get there. There's the center pulling around. Almost like he's pass setting right there. Get him to that C-gap. Watch him as far that way as he'll go. Downhill, there's your kick from the center. Kick, lead there by the tackle. Nice. Again, now they're rolling right there. Similar to the GT, just able to base that front side. Really good angles, and I think it's really good change up for what SC does right there with that pin and pull. 3rd and 3 right here, and a lot of times in the previous games, Caleb Williams is a guy on these third down situations has been pulling it, getting some yardage right here. And they end up running outside zone that direction, and you'll see what Caleb Williams being a threat right here does to these backside linebackers and this fullback coming across as well. So just running outside zone. If you're going to typically outside zone, you're going to try to reach there. Center guard, you're going to try to reach there to the front side linebacker. Backside guard tackle, we're going to reach that A-gap player. Backside defensive lineman trying to get up to that linebacker right there, leaving that guy free. You can either bluff that, work around to him, or you can try to kick that defensive end. But right here, we'll play and see what happens. Right there, outside leverage, we want to try to watch that guy as far as possible. Double team's trying to get up right there. He keeps that B-gap, so that center should be working up to that backer, which is what they're doing right there. Hand right there. As you see this fullback come across, he's just trying to kick. So right there, he gets pretty low. He's able to cut him out right here. If you're looking at these backside, you actually have a guy shooting right here, and then this backside Mike, you see him, he stays backside. He doesn't ever come front side. So right there, he's in the right gap. He should keep going and let him plug that B gap. This defensive lineman should, but instead he decides he's going to spin back to the middle. And when he spins back to the middle, there's the gap that they're looking for. Now it makes that linebacker miss. And again, not a perfect look, but great ball players making plays. Steps over a guy, dives into the end zone right there. Awesome play right there by Die. But you can see what took place as far as this guy spinning, getting out of his gap, just trying to do his own thing, keep fighting right there, and they're probably going to fill that gap and really have nowhere to go. But with that spin, now he makes that linebacker miss, and one of the best running backs in the nation is going to get to the end zone right there with that much space.